This is the 4G hunting and trail camera from K&F Concept, or KentFaith, and this is a product that I normally wouldn't review on this channel, but KentFaith reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to review any of their equipment that they had on their website. Literally anything I wanted. They have lenses, filters, tripods, camera bags, lights, and then I noticed this section here, wildlife camera. And I've seen these before, but I've never used one or reviewed one. And as a photographer who has dabbled in wildlife photography in the past, I wondered how something like this might complement that creative aspect. So of course, I chose the most expensive one on their website, and that is what we're looking at today. So this little device is the 4G LTE solar wildlife camera, hunting infrared night vision 2.7K HD camera. That's how it's advertised on their website. And you're looking at spending around £120 on this. So if you've never used one of these cameras before, the idea is to place it in a location like a forest or a trail or your garden, and they're particularly used in wildlife surveillance. They are generally motion activated, which means they automatically capture images or videos when motion is detected, and they have IR LEDs allowing you to capture videos and photos in dark conditions. Now, they're commonly used by hunters, farmers, ranchers, and wildlife enthusiasts who use them to monitor wildlife and document their activities. And of course, because you are going to leave them outside for a long period of time, they have very rugged, durable bodies designed for outdoor use in all sorts of weather conditions. Now, this particular camera captures images up to 4 megapixels and it shoots 2.7K HD video. It also has 3.6mm HD lens technology for crystal clear results and a super fast trigger speed of just 0.2 seconds. Again, this model uses a 4G cellular network, so you can remotely control your camera anywhere, anytime. It also comes with a 4G international traffic card, and you get 100 megabytes on there complimentary to test it out. Of course, this runs out quite quickly, so you will need to top it up. This company is EIOT Club or EIOT Club. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It seems to work pretty well. And there are a number of different packages with different prices and time periods that are on offer. What I will say is if you have a 5G network, make sure you swap it to 4G because this doesn't work with 5G. It also has high sensitivity passive infrared sensors with a detection range of up to 90 degrees and a range of 50 feet, which is about 15 meters. It's powered by 3 high performance rechargeable lithium batteries. Now, these batteries are not a size that I am familiar with, so I'm not sure if that might be a future issue if you ever wanted to replace any of these. And this unit can be charged up using standard USB-C. You also get this cool 4-watt solar panel that you can connect and mount up next to the camera, which of course is of no use in the UK during the winter because of the lack of sun. But seriously, this is a useful piece of kit if you are looking to power this in a location and you're not going to be there for a while. The only thing I would say is it's bright white, which kind of detracts from the camo coloring print of the camera itself. That's going to stick out like a sore thumb in a natural environment, whereas that's going to be well hidden. This model also has a low power mode, allowing your camera to conserve energy while not active, meaning that you will be able to capture more over a longer period of time. And this unit also uses a mini SD card up to 256 gigabytes, although 32 to 64 gigabytes is recommended. Put it in and you're ready to go. You can also install the Yukon app for remote recording, updates, and live viewing. And just as an FYI, there is a Wi-Fi option displayed in the app menu, but this unit cannot connect to Wi-Fi. It's only 4G. Once you've connected via 4G, you can go online. You can see that it's live because I've currently got it on over here. Hello. And what I can do is I can record this directly onto my phone. I can have this recording, if I stop it, it will save it to my photo album. I can have it in HD, as you can see up here on the top. I can keep it to SD so I can have high quality. I can do a snapshot here. I can access the audio. I can speak to the camera with this microphone. Let's turn that off. Obviously it's going to be echoey, but you can talk through it. So if you wanted to have this mounted somewhere and communicate with someone, you can do this directly through your mobile phone. And down here, once you've got your TF card or your mini SD installed, you will see a list of recordings that have happened that you can then download to your phone and watch as well. It's super convenient, super useful to use to monitor your trails. Another thing I can do is go to full screen. I can turn this over and now I can monitor this completely on a full screen. So let's go and try this thing out. I was slightly afraid of this getting stolen, so I tried it out in my garden for a couple of nights first to get used to it and see what kind of visitors I was getting in my garden in the night. And I was actually surprised there's quite a few different creatures lurking around. I finally took it to a remote location not too far from where I live to see what other types of wildlife I could spot. So we've come to a forest to set up the camera. I'm a little bit weary of it getting stolen by someone. Maybe I'm just being overly cautious. So I'm going to place it somewhere that's not too predominant, but also somewhere where hopefully there'll be a trail so we can see the wildlife coming and going. All right, let's go, buddy. You ready? Here he goes. He's free. So there's basically a couple of options that you can mount this with. So at the back, you can put a strap through. But also, as you saw earlier, we can also put it onto a kind of screw pin as well. So we've got to find somewhere that we can put this, which is out the way. Look, oh, look, there's a little path here. What's this way, Kai? Let's go find out. Okay, so we found a little spot which has a little trail on it just here, but also is not too close to the path. So hopefully it doesn't get stolen. And we'll get some interesting footage because I can see a little through path here. Let's spin it around.
Daddy, that's my stick.
Now it's there. So you can see that it's facing this trail. There's a natural trail just here. We're going to check the app now and see how it's looking. I have a feeling I'm going to actually forget where it's placed. So we left the trail camera there for 24 hours and I was excitedly waking the camera up every couple of hours to see if we'd spotted any activity or if anything had happened. And the trail was so well hidden that animals didn't even go there. So after 24 hours, we decided to change it to a different location. So after having some unsuccessful attempts, I've come to a part of woodland which is not too far from civilization, but probably far enough to attract different types of English country life animals. See what we can find. So I set up the camera again in this remote location, and during the day I found birds and squirrels and more birds and more squirrels. And so I decided to leave the trail camera for longer this time. I left it for a 2-day period, and it was only in the evening we started to get more interesting animals like foxes again. And on the second night I thought we're still not getting that many interesting animals until this happened. It was so cool to see a badger come right up to the trail camera. Now, I've never seen a badger in real life before, so capturing one on a trail camera I think was a real treat, particularly as this was the very last video file that I caught. And you see him getting spooked quite quickly there. I think he notices the red IR LEDs from the camera. So that's something for KNF to think about, how they might be able to introduce those lights subtly, because a few of the other animals noticed them and they seemed spooked and then quickly ran away. So I don't really know how to fix this, but maybe the guys at KNF Concept might come up with some sort of solution. This is also useful as a security camera if you have a garden that you want, or a piece of land that you want to have oversight of, not just for wildlife, but for human surveillance as well. Don't spy on your neighbors. So should a photographer get a trail camera? I think the answer is it depends. You're probably not going to use any of the photos or videos that you get out of this camera for your professional portfolio. But if you are serious about wildlife photography and you want to know what animals are in a certain location and when, then setting up a trail camera like this for an extended period of time and then monitoring the comings and goings of the local inhabitants will obviously help you plan a shoot day in the right place, probably concealed in a shooting tent or a hidden location, to get some proper shots with your camera. Now, if you're interested in getting one of these, you can check the link down in the description below, and also use the code KAI to get 10% off all products on the KentFaith website. So again, a massive thank you to KentFaith for sending me this. I look forward to seeing what other contraptions you have on your store. Now that you've watched this video, check out my other review video on this amazing freewheel magnetic VND over here. And also, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell for notifications. In the meantime, all that I've got left to say is stay creative, stay safe, imagine, implement, and inspire, and I'll catch you in the next video.